Hi everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about universal law of gravitation, and we'll see some important content from this topic. So basically, it talks about the force between any two objects in the universe. For suppose, let's consider two objects in the universe. Say this is the object 1, and so this is the another object 2. Okay, so according to universal law of gravitation, okay, the force between them, which is denoted by capital F, is always proportional to product of their masses. Means, for the sake of understanding, let's consider this mass of first object as m1 and the mass of second object as m2. So according to the statement, the force between them is proportional to the product of their masses. That is, product of masses is m1 into m2. Okay, it also says that the force between them is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Means, this is the this is center of this object and this is center of this object. So the distance between them, say this distance is d. So according to the second statement, the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That is this. So combining 1 and 2, say this is equation 1 and say this is equation 2. So we can write it as F is proportional to m1 m2 upon d square. But we already know that according to mathematical rules, we can even remove this proportionality. So when we are removing this proportionality, we have to introduce a constant. Okay, so we are introducing a constant which is capital G. So what is capital G? We have to name it. So this constant is G, fine. But this constant, which is regular constant of proportionality, is called as universal gravitational constant. So as we are saying it is a constant, it has to have certain value. Okay, from the equation, to find the value of G, it can be written as times the d square upon m1 and m2. So this is self-explanatory, I don't think it needs. Okay, so what we are doing is we are just keeping this aside and sending this other parameters m1 m2 and d square. So this d square is coming over here, m1 m2 is coming to denominator. So coming to the units of G. Okay, before units, let's find out whether we have the value for G. Yes, we have value for the G, and it is found by the scientist named Henry Cavendish. So he found out using sensitive balance, and the value found out to be 6.673 into 10 power negative 11. Okay, what about the units? Newton meter square per kg square. How we got these units? You just observe this equation here. G is F, what is the units for F? Force is newtons, and the distance is meters, so meter square. And the unit for mass is kg into kg, that is kg square. That's the reason we got these units. So basic questions what we have about this law is whether this law is applicable to all the objects in the universe. Yes, it is applicable to all the objects, whether it is small or big. Okay, irrespective of that, so it is applicable. Okay, so one more regular question what we come across regarding this topic is, for example, this is Earth. Okay, and small apple is falling on Earth. Okay, we always we say that because of the force of attraction, the apple is falling towards the Earth. So the question arises, why not, when we say there is equal force of attraction between these two objects, say this is M1 and this is M2, why not this M2 is giving equal acceleration towards apple? So that is our question. So answer for this is, as the Newton law says, second law says force equals to product of mass and acceleration. This is F equals to m and ma. So from this relation, we are very much clear that acceleration inversely related to mass. Means if the mass is high, acceleration will be less. If the mass is less, acceleration produced in that body will be higher. So in this case, mass of an apple is very minute compared to mass of Earth. So it will be subjected to higher acceleration. Coming to the mass of Earth, it is high, so it is subjected to less acceleration or no acceleration. So that's why we can't see that acceleration, Earth moving, can't see Earth moving towards the apple. This is the reason for it. Hope you understood the concept. Thank you everyone.